Meisner Summer Intensive at the Maggie Flanigan Studio provides students with the opportunity to experience what it means to train as a professional actor. In this video, Sara Kohler talks about her experience in the 6-week summer intensive.
I thought that acting training was a lot of what I did in college. I didn't think it was necessary for me personally. I thought that I had it down, I knew what I was doing. And I thought maybe in New York, training meant doing scene study workshops and taking classes with other people just to, say that you're practicing and rehearsing and doing work and training. And I didn't know what training actually meant. And so coming here and learning the start of the Meisner technique, I started to realize that training is nothing what I thought it was. It's a lot of, it's just a new way of working that I had never even thought of. And I was trying to step into these characters in my scene study classes that I had no idea how to step into. I had no technique and I didn't know what I was doing. And coming here, I've started to understand how to work. And I've already learned so much. I think, I was starting to learn what training actually meant, first of all, and I realized that I obviously didn't know what I was doing. And what really changed for me was that I realized I wasn't listening in scenes, and I wasn't really taking in, and it wasn't just about what was being said to me, it was about how it's being said to me. And I never thought about that before for some reason. And I was just always waiting for my cue and saying a line the way that I had rehearsed it and thought that I had done homework on. And really, I didn't even know how to do homework, which is crazy. Just thinking back to the summer and how far I've come is astonishing, and it really, really changed my life, the summer program. I was surprised to realize and come to the conclusion that everything I had ever done was bad. And maybe in high school and college, I was one of the better people in the program, and things came easy for me. And I was always cast as the lead. And I was surprised to think back on those roles that I've played and realize that I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have training, I didn't have a technique, I didn't know how to even prepare for a role. And with the Meisner technique, you really start to understand what it's like to craft and develop a character and a circumstance and live through something. And I was just so shocked, and it's almost laughable to think about things that I did before this. And I can't even, it's hard for me to think that people have seen me like that, and it's embarrassing, to be quite honest. Well, I realized that what we were doing in the summer program was only the beginning, and it had been the hardest 6 weeks of my life. I lost so much sleep, and I was so stressed out the entire time, but I was still loving it and loving how difficult it was, loving the struggle, and still not knowing what the heck was going on. I had no idea what the repetition exercise was good for. I had no idea anything that we were doing. I had no idea what it had to do with acting. And so once I started to realize this works, this makes so much sense. I mean, it's all about your point of view and what's being said to you in the subtext, and it just made so much sense to me. And I said to myself that I needed more, and I was craving that. I was just craving the experience and being able to live through something, and I felt that I had only just started with the 6 weeks, and I just needed more. And I knew that it was going to be so beneficial to me, and it has been.
For more information about the Meisner Summer Intensive at the Maggie Flanigan Studio, search online or call the studio directly at 917-789-1599.